tonight, we're going to focus on like two things. One is going to be this how to detect Active Directory attacks with Wazuh part 1. Specifically, I'm going to show how we can find DC sync and golden ticket attacks within Wazuh. And then I'll also check out and we kind of already looked at it a little bit, the baselines, the CIS baselines that pretty much automatically just run with having the agent on the box itself. It's just running. So we'll look deeper into that. So that's what's on the agenda. So let's just get right into it. Hopefully others have their box and they can pull this up. I'll go ahead and paste this into the Discord chat. Where is the text area? There it is. All right, so I'll put it in there so others can click on that and follow along. Hopefully this works out well. I did it once on the weekend, and then I reverted my boxes and had to start all over. So we'll see how this works out. All right, cool. So first off, we've got to have our AD, and so that AD for us is going to be in this environment. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff. Pay no attention to everything on the left. Just lots of stuff. But the most important thing is this. Oh, that was sweet. Is this castle on this picture? Because that's the AD. And then what we're going to be doing, some of the things we'll be doing, will be on this Win10 user box, which will be where we like run Mimikatz and do like the DC sync and do a golden ticket attack against this this Windows AD server. So let me right click on the PowerShell, run it as administrator, because well, you can't really do anything without administrator. Access to things, most things. That's why privilege user stuff is very important.
Oh man, we even get our own Null 404 domain.
Yeah, dude. Right? That's yeah, if you go, let's see here. Where am I? Server manager. So it'd probably be better just to look at the server manager. Oh, looks like I need some updates.
That's wallpaper, man.
Yeah. Oh, work group. Unknown. Anyways. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yep. No 404. So yeah, that's definitely a requirement here. So yeah, if you've got a domain controller and you need to definitely join the machine to that. So I'll just show that really quick since you brought that kind of up a little bit there, Sean. So the quickest way, I have a script that does it. Really, that's the quickest way. But if you don't have a script, you just go all the way to systems here. And Windows changed it a little bit, but basically it's under this advanced, rename the PC advanced. So we do that. Oh boy, look at that. Yay. This is all good. Escalating up to administrator to get that going. Go, whoop, not the network ID. If I do change right here, it'll be in workgroup, but you'll want to go ahead and select domain and then type in your domain. And then you would use a user that allows you to authenticate this machine to the domain and join it. And then this will be joined. So that's a requirement of this lab, is to do that piece right there. So let's go back to the, oh, not this one. Not this one. Let's go back to, you can go back to instructions, but I'm going to go to my personal instructions, which I'll be happy to share this too. So the next thing we'd have to do is prep our box by removing Defender definitions, because I want to run Mimikatz. So this is the easy way for me to do it really fast versus like all the other ways. You can do it so many different ways. So again, we're on our Windows box. I just want to make sure host name, Win10 PC. Okay, cool. I also want to get out of the System32 area, and then I'm just going to be in desktop here. All right. So I'm going to paste this, do that. So right now, what's happening is the virus protection is out of date. Of course, because I just removed all of them, as you can see right here. I rolled them back to none, so there's no definitions here. So with that, now let's go ahead and grab Mimikatz, because that is the tool we will need for doing some of the attacks. So as soon as this browser goes much faster. Oh, okay, so yeah, I rolled it back, so I'm like doing all the default stuff again to start up a browser. Oh, what is this? I don't remember it doing that. I must have clicked accidentally on that piece instead of confirm. All right. All right, great. So we'll just say Mimikatz, download, get up. All right. Sure, ParrotSec. I don't care which one it is. Test lab. So here it is. We got 64-bit because that's what I've got. And let me go back out and I'll just download everything. Give me all the things. Cool. That was fast. Thank goodness. We'll extract it here and cross our fingers that the funder says, I don't know what I'm looking at because I have no definition. So, yep, it seems like so far so good. Yeah, so far so good. Cool. So back to some more instructions. So did that. This is just a peek of what we'll eventually see. So basically, in the end, we should see something that says possible golden ticket attack, and then also a DC sync attack. That's kind of what it's going to look like. But before we get there, the next thing, and this is all in the instructions too, but this is just my easy way to grab things. So basically, in the instructions, they want you to go ahead and use their sysmon config. And it's very important you use their sysmon config for sure, because it doesn't work without it. I've tried just to see, messing around. And yeah, that's a thing. So anyways, I'll go ahead and grab their stuff. Go in here. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, do that again. Yeah, sometimes you gotta go all the way over, come all the way back. All right, work this time. Yes, all right, cool. All right. All right. And so oh yeah, I need you'll kind of need sysmon. So you want to go Microsoft download sysmon. And I have scripts for all this stuff if we want to talk about giving scripts and stuff for this. But this is the site. Here's sysmon for Linux even, but we'll go ahead and get the one for Windows. So open that up. Sysmon. We'll just throw it in the same folder. It's just not. Cool. Extract. Oh, operations. Cool. So let's grab this. And I think it's like 86, 64 in both. Something like that. So let me copy this and we will paste it. Most likely, I think I put it on the desktop, the sysmon config. Oh, I did not. Let's look what I did. Where I'm at on the desktop. Oh, I'm as administrator though, and I'm Windows 10 user. Dang it. copy sysmon log to see users Win10 desktop. How about that? All right, cool. So now I'm gonna go to the desktop and refresh. Because I'm Win10, aren't I Win10? I think I'm Win10. I am Win10 user. Oh, I don't have a lot of room. Oh, my bad. I'm Null 404, so I just sent that to my local user, which is fine. Or it did. Yeah, I sent it to my local user. So let me go back here. Desktop. Yeah, there it is. Anyways, paste the sysmon. Okay, sysmon 64 is there now. I don't necessarily care about it saying 64. Okay, cool. So that's there now. So let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. All right. So the next thing, let's go back and let's just look at the, I don't know where that's from. Oh, I must have clicked on something that, okay. So it was directory part 1 of 2. Go. I must have clicked on something. Oh, I clicked on that. All right, cool. So back to the instructions here. Basically, what we're doing is we grab Mimikatz. I did not grab the Kerberos. We grabbed the sysmon config right here. That's the one that they wanted and that we grabbed. And then what we'll do here is we'll actually run it. So let's just copy that. Go back here. Go up here. Let me back out. And then go Win10 user, desktop, OS. All the things are there. So we got sysmon here, sysmon config there. Right click. Oh, what? That didn't paste very well. All right. Well, I think it's sys. Oh gosh, tab complete. Okay. I think it's sysmon. Except EULA. Install sysmon config. I think that's what it is. Let me double check though. So if we go back here, sysmon, accept EULA, install sysconfig. Okay, cool. That is what it is. All right. And we will press enter here. So I already had it running. Okay. And so in that case, I'm just going to make sure I have the correct config. And so in that case, that's when you do a C right here to do the update. And now I've done the configuration update as it mentions right here. So I at least know that I'm using the correct config file at this point. So that's good. Let's see here. Number 3. So on the Wazuh agent that we have on that system already from the last part of this series, we have to go to the OSSEC conf and make sure that it just basically that it's using the sysmon operational stuff here. So we'll do copy this program files. Let's go all the way there. So we'll go. So if we go back it out, program files 86 OSSEC agent OS. We'll just go there for now, and then oh geez, a lot of stuff. But there's the OSSEC conf. That's what we want. And so I'm just going to say note add OSSEC conf. All right, and then you can put that pretty much. So this is the start of the config OSSEC config. Then it starts going like, hey, here's the server address. You're like, yep, here's the port stuff, so on and so forth. Basically, once it hits down here where it says log analysis, then you can start putting whatever you need there. So I could find a spot where basically the local file has ended with this slash right there, and then add my own stuff. So let me look and see if sysmon is here. I don't see it. Okay, yeah, I don't see it. I don't have it. Okay, so what we'll do is we will say log analysis. I'll just put it at the top. Yeah, although it copies, so because the whole thing's there, just take that out and take did it, and then take this one out because this doesn't need to be there either. Because again, that's at the very top right here, and it's not needed. So anyways, once that's there, you will save it, and we'll go back, and we'll restart the service. So restart service. Right. Restarting the service. Cool. So interesting fact, if you get this config file wrong, this restarting the service will fail. That's when you go, crap, syntax problem for me. Fix the syntax, and this is what it'll look like. It'll just restart. And that's the same thing on the server side that we'll also need to do. So let's go over here, and it'll probably talk about, yep. So here we are on the Wazuh server side. We need to go into this area, into the local rules. That is where we'll adjust the rules and put in this rule. So we'll go ahead and pull this up. I'll go to my Wazuh. I think this is it, Wazuh 2. We'll go cd to here. Oh, sudo cd. My bad. Cryptesc everywhere. All right, cool. Put my secret password in there. Oh my gosh, what is it talking about? What? Okay, sudo su. Just make me root. Like I don't want to sudo no more. Anyways, so cool. Yeah, got around that. There's the local file that we need to edit. So we'll just say nano because I want to make people with V and Vim mad, and I'm going to edit this. And so let's go ahead and check out this. I don't know if it's already in there, but let me go ahead and look at the rules. So let's see here. It'll be DC sync attack. Basically, it's looking for this particular event ID with certain properties. And it's going to map it to a Wazuh alert up here. So let me check it out and see if I've got it going on down here. So I've got psexec, ntdits, pass the hash, credential dumping, DC sync. Okay, so I do have it in here. Kerber roasting, golden ticket attack. Okay, so I think that's exactly like what's here already. So DC sync, Kerber roasting, and golden ticket attack. I have a little bit more in there, but anyways, you only need this. And just copy the whole thing and paste it in there. All right, and then we'll restart the Wazuh manager. I don't really need to restart it, but I will just to make sure that there's no syntax problem in there. So it's always concerning when it takes longer than I like. But while it does that, let's just go down to the actual simulation. So this will be the attack simulation. All right. And so, yeah, so it's pretty much this LSA dump, DC sync, your domain, which will be nullsec, null44, I mean, and then the curve ticket. So let's go back and see how we're doing here. Okay, so this is great. That's awesome. So we're going to do the attack from the window user, this window user. And let me get out of this. I don't remember where I put Mimikatz. Oh, I must have put it in. Did I put it in this one? Uh, downloads? No. Anyways, so what we'll do,
It was desktop, Jesse.
desktop. All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you. Hmm. Looks
Hmm.
funky.
It was somewhere. I can't remember where though.
It's all good. I'll just copy it from here. Oh, that's right. It was in the. It wasn't the. This one's the domain, and I actually have it. We're currently in. Um, we're in a. This is a local user account. Another privs type situation. Cool. So okay, now that's there. So we'll go Mimikatz. Maybe Mimikatz again. And then x64. Still hoping that, yep, it's there. Defender hasn't grabbed it. Thank goodness. And now we'll go ahead and go back to the instructions. And well, it doesn't say it here, but what we'll do is basically just Mimikatz, just like that. Let me get back the other way, and then we'll do, well, actually, I want to scrap this while I'm here. Cool. So let's run the Mimikatz. Whoa. There we go. Cool. There's Mimikatz. That's great. I'll paste this and press enter. Okay, cool. It just dumped all the things. Let's see here from here. And since it dumped, I'm just gonna go look at Wazuh actually on. Let's just do. Let's just do discover. Let's go to discover. What do we got? Do we have just like within the last 15 minutes? So messy. I wonder what it looks like when I look at just the agent. Let's see here real quick in the security events. So if I go agents, eventually, it's like I'm not ready for you. Okay, cool. So so there'd be an attack against this box, the AD. And so if I go to security events up here on the far left, this is also very cool about this file integrity monitor doing keys. Super cool doing keys. There's so many. I used to do digital forensics, and there's so many things we would find the adversaries doing that modify registry keys. So that's so cool to see that here. All right, I'll scroll down. User log off. Okay, it doesn't really. So Windows Serve 2022. Okay, we didn't see anything there. Although I just pulled it from. I did pull it from the client or the WinPC. I was hoping that it
Was it a different
also.
event? I
Mm,
wonder if it pulled a different event ID since it's only detecting on specific events.
it is doing that. Let me. I think I'm going too fast here, but I just wanted to see what it looks like. So maybe it's not supposed to. It should grab something, I would assume. Let's go ahead and let's see what the instructions say. So let's go. Um, oh, I need to do the hash. Oh, this actually does the. So I just did. Yeah, I'm grabbing
Yeah,
the
so you
code
just
ticket.
you just dump the I think you dump the hashes for it and then you still need to
Did
grab that NTLM hash and run those other commands below it.
Yeah. So that's what's crazy though, because like I thought we configured it. It should be it should where is this? It should
Because
be
Mimikatz I think does run in memory too. So
yeah.
I think that might be why it's not detecting it because you're technically running it in memory.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
ran
it's
this
not
attack
detecting
once
it.
before.
Yeah, it's not detecting this spot. So I wonder
Yeah.
it might do the golden ticket. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. So let me change this because it's probably a different hash. I would assume no, actually this is my same system. It should be the same hash, yeah? Yeah. All right. Fantastic, because I didn't change the password. So okay, cool. So what's cool about that is I already put this whole thing together with basically with our domain. I grabbed a nonsensical SID, and then this is the hash that I just grabbed from the curb ticket. I can say anything here that I want. And then groups. I can't remember what the reasoning for that, but then it's past the ticket here at the end. So with that, let me go ahead and grab that whole thing. Come back here. And go. Okay, so fake user, all the things, golden ticket made successfully in my current session. So let's what I typically do is I try to like Windows server 2022 the see if I can get into the C drive, right? And then I know I can get in, but I just want to see if it grabbed just me doing that golden ticket piece first before I go ahead and try to cruise the drives. Let's see here. Where is the refresh? 24 hours. I don't need that long, but how about last 15 minutes? And so nothing for that piece, but that might be expected because that's just the Win 10. So let's go ahead and find this one. Security events. So this is the domain. Oh, and here we got 3 right here. So let me scroll down. Oh, maybe I just had to click on the 3. Oh, there we go. DC sync attack. 944. So that did catch that one earlier. I just didn't go in the right area. That's all. So cool. It's just through an audit event. All right, let me move that up. So that's 3. Let's see here, refresh. 3 there. Let me open up another tab and just have the Windows 10 in there instead of having to go back, click through all the different things all the time. All right, event 0. Okay. All right, let's get back here. Let me cruise the share. I think that's the Windows server. I think that is it. Hang on. I should just do my notes right here. Oh no, I don't. Yeah, it's a different spelling. So let's do the commands first that it wants us to do. I think if we're looking in here, it has us do it right here. So we'll go ahead and do that. So I'm not going to do this right now. But in a pen test, that's kind of what I go right to that. Typically, let's see here. Cool. All right, so there's that. And then basically gives us the output, whatever, K-list. So let's check out the Kuros stuff that's sitting
Oh,
in.
Jesse,
Uh-oh,
you typed in MSC instead of MISC. That's what it was.
that's what happened. And
Yeah, on your last step.
uh,
Yeah, it was MISC
aha,
colon CMD.
very nice. Was it? Nice catch, man. Oh, I just spelt it wrong here.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, that looked right, but then I saw your other docs.
Oh, yes. Always have correct docs. And just a reminder, everybody, always copy and paste things. Uh, awesome. All right, so I. Okay, there we are. Now we got something open, K-list. And yep, fake user is in my cache tickets, 1 ticket. So cool. Let me make this bigger. Great. This is probably where I do the dir, but let's go back to here. I just want to refresh just really quick to see if I get any more stuff. Okay, 3 there, same. Refresh. Okay. All right, so back to the how-to. It did all that, did the K list. We saw that. Yep, we saw fake user. And
There was one more command. I think you had in your docs. It was to run. What was it? Where's your other docs at?
yeah, right here, right here. Let's find it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, it was the dir. So you're changing to the directory. I think that's changing to the directory Win Server 2022.
It's to look through the director. It's just doing a dir.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I can't paste that. Yeah, yeah. They didn't have this in the thing, but this is just something I do in my like competitions. So you do that, and now you're like, holy shit! I'm looking at here, so I can peruse um the DC with whatever. So let's now look back here. Let's refresh. Aha. Okay. So now golden ticket attack. Now it knows, hey, you use this golden ticket to look at the directory in our stuff. That's bad news. And let me see, does this do anything? Nope, just on the DC. So these are all good things to know and see in real life for sure. So cool, we did all that. So this is kind of screenshots of things we did, all that kind of stuff. This is, yep, doing that. Oh, I was just doing that last name. Anyways, so that's kind of Wazuh, and that's my short, quick golden ticket attack on Wazuh, and pretty much how to configure it to find a golden ticket and a DC sync attack for you. And let's go into, well, actually, I'm going to pause. Is there any questions about the golden ticket attack and Wazuh detecting it? Well, if not, though, I'm going to go into, again, I just want to emphasize that we had to go into these rules here, and we had to very specifically, like if I want to see PS exec anywhere, I literally have to write something for it. So, I mean, the admin in me that used to work at a business would want to get like, I don't know, Sophos EDR or Microsoft Defender for Endpoint or something that already does all this kind of stuff for me. If it were me. But this is a good test system. This is a neat experiment for sure.
Yeah, one of the things, Jesse, too, when I was like learning about golden ticket attacks, and it constantly comes up, especially when you're looking at logs, is understanding the SIDs or SIDs. Um,
Mhm.
and I posted a link in the chat too. It's a GitHub listing of all the different like user SIDs that are out there, because it's kind of confusing on how they're, at least when I first was learning about it, of just, hey, like, what are all these different S-1 or S-2? And so when you're doing like AD enumeration, it's helpful to know like which SIDs those are. So then you can figure out like, oh, hey, this user is part of this SID, so it means they have this level of access.
Yeah, and that's great. That'll catch me actually. Because earlier when I was talking and going through that, this is great. Yeah, this is great. Basically, where is it? Ah, here it is. So when I was running this right here, this is up into this point, well, up in this is all. So let's see what 1521 is, but this is like some random string. This isn't a real user. Hence the fake user. It could be anybody, but yeah, this is made up. This can be whatever, and that's how you can catch me. You can be like, this doesn't belong to anybody. There's no SID in our domain for that. But let's see what this is. Thank you for that link. 2121. Where are we? 21. 21. Oh, that's 500. That's administrator. Um, So when I did this though, I did two. Again, I think this is all made up 186. I don't know that that's really. It doesn't go that high. Yeah. Yeah. Made up. Made up. Anyways, yeah, thank you for that. That's great. All right, so if we go back here, there's any more other questions about that? So real quick, this is gonna be real brief, because there's really not a lot to it, but it's pretty cool. The CIS benchmarks for these things. So let's go. I'm gonna go agent, and I'm gonna pick Windows 10 because why not? And then so now that I'm in Windows 10 here, you can kind of see over to the bottom right hand side is the CIS benchmarks for Windows 10. They just automatically have them in there. You can see I passed 130, but I failed to 261. And it doesn't have a really good score for me. Yeah, but this is misleading. It's definitely misleading. The fails are misleading, and we'll go into why that is. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's see here. More, I want to go into, I think it's a security configuration assessment. Yep. And then you go to this events area, and well, it didn't happen in the last 15 minutes, but it may have happened in the last hour. So oh, maybe not. Okay. Out of curiosity. No, not the last 24 hours.
I
Oh,
think it does it when you first start up Wazuh.
okay. Yeah. So here it is. Yeah. Looks like I might have done it a couple other times for whatever reason. But yeah, something definitely happened at startup. Maybe when we put the agent in. Yeah. Cool, cool. But yeah, this is kind of where you see what the benchmarks are. For instance, like this one, ensure the password must meet the complexity requirements, and it's set to enable. And it is, so it passed. If you look in here and you try to dissect it a little bit more, talks about the commands it's using, gives it a description, and just gives it just more information. But let's look at one that didn't pass, that failed, that might be like not a big deal. So what's this one? Ensure select when preview builds and features are received is set to enable 180 or more days. Ensure select when preview builds. Well, that might not want that, right? In a corporate setting, it's like I don't want just like regular old things. I want like actual security stuff or actual cumulative updates. I don't want any preview stuff at this time. What's another one?
So
Or like
don't
this
test
one.
prod.
Huh?
Don't test Windows updates in prod.
Right. Right. And then so there's this next one, remove access to paused updates. So it makes it so that people can't pause that. So ensure removes access to pause updates is set to enable. So if it's set to enable, it means it. Windows is so weird, right? I don't know if anybody else has experienced, but when you deal with like group policies, it's almost like they're double negatives or something. You're like, is it really removed? Is it pausing or not pausing? I can't tell
Yeah,
because it says
that's not allowing you to pause the updates. It's making it
Correct.
making it update.
making an update. Yeah, so it removed the pause. So yeah, for those who know, yeah, this is a pain. GPOs are a pain because they read so interesting. Prevent user from modifying settings. What settings?
Quick question, Jesse.
Yeah.
Does was it only support CIS benchmarks for hardening, or does it support other frameworks? Do you know?
From what I can tell, it's this very specific feature, the security configuration assessment, is just the CIS.
Okay.
From what I can tell. But it does other things, right? Has these other things that it does, but this very specific security configuration assessment is yes, the CIS configs, which you're good and not so good. I think there was a spot in here. Ah, here we go. Turn on PowerShell script block logging. set to enable passed. Oh wait, they changed that. So they used to not have this on. Turn on PowerShell transcription is disabled, which is, I would say that's probably okay because this is super verbose. Super verbose.
I think it's been kind of like a mixed message in the community where some folks worry about like passwords being logged in commands, and then so that might be what that is.
Exactly. Yep, that's exactly one of the issues I heard about it. Yep. Yep. Cool. So yeah, this could kind of give you hints on like, oh, should I be worried about these things and should I look into this more to secure this stuff? Right? This is definitely one of those things that you could look at to do, but there's definitely other ways to do this work. But it is a neat feature of Wazuh. So yeah, so really that's all I have today. Hope everyone enjoyed that walkthrough. And I definitely say you should try out this whole doc when you have a chance and do it yourself.
Oh, I'm impressed by Wazuh. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's got a lot of impressive things, that's for sure. I just really need to figure out how to like throw sysmon at it 100%, right? Like if I go in here and I say, oh geez, I'm still in this crap. Let me get out of there. Who am I? Right? I would think I could go into Wazuh now and I can go, is it, are we frozen here? What's going on here? Let me refresh. I think my PC in general is like, what is going on? You got too much stuff going on. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I don't have enough resources, I think, on this.
I just posted in the chat that I just found out a couple weeks ago that Sysmon is now for Linux. They have like an open source port of it or a version of it. So pretty cool. It's something I want to play around with. Might have a talk on in the future.
Yes, nice. Yeah. So who am I? I can't see it here, right? But if I go like, let's say I have this server and I have a different thing on there, and I say, who am I? And I go and oh yeah, my PSN stuff. Where is, oh yeah, here we go. So if I go refresh, now I'm getting who am I stuff, right? So this is, by the way, this is Elastic Cloud, and I'm using their like EDR stuff, their enterprise or their security thing here. I think they call it something different now, like I don't know, endpoint defend or something. Interesting.
So for the who am I, it's probably gonna have to be in your sysmon configuration, and there are really good sysmon configurations out there. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. No, I run a workshop here. Here we go, and I actually say let's configure. Is it here or is it in here? To where you have to configure. Oh yeah, so this is what you do. Yep, I just add this role, and I can then see. There it is right there. Who am I? But yeah,
and you
you're
can
totally
also
right.
do that through the Wazuh GUI too. You don't have to do it all on the command line.
What? Oh, please do tell. Let's do it now. So I can't get it here. So you say I can
Yeah.
do.
So if you go back to Wazuh, and the management, back where you were looking at your agents,
Agents.
and then go up there to the drop down. So next to Wazuh, it's got the upside down caret,
Yep.
and click on management
Cool.
and rules.
Yeah.
And then it'll load all your rules, so you can search for different stuff in there too.
But it doesn't have like an enable box, right? Is it not already there? Is it?
Right, but you can add a new rules file yourself. The problem I had was I imported some other ones and found out that they shared rule IDs with other ones. Well, then it takes
Oh,
out some of the rule IDs. So you got to make sure that it's in a completely different block of numbers than the
yep.
existing stuff.
Yup. Yup. Exactly.
And it doesn't
Um,
give you an error if you have more than one.
which is funky. That's odd. There used to be. Um, where is it? In here, there was an area where you can just toggle things on. Um, to get. Maybe it's in here. Oh,
Yeah, well, I think it's probably because that version of Elasticsearch is different than the one that Wazuh's using. Wazuh forked it, and it's OpenSearch now, I believe.
yeah. Yeah. They definitely did.
But like, I use Security Onion and Wazuh both, and I have Security Onion used to use Wazuh. In
yeah.
2.4, Wazuh's going away. Um, So what I do is I forward all my stuff to Graylog, and I have Graylog do the parsing because you can have it do the automatic virus total scans, and I mean there's a whole bunch of other stuff.
I think
And
I think
I
Darren
made
needs
a
to get up
bunch of
here for a talk.
Grafana dashboards um, instead of using Waza.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun. Yeah.
So like the ones that I made, like some of them tells me like what patch or vulnerabilities. So like if a vulnerability came out today, it would tell me, yeah, this vulnerability came out today and it's not patched. This patch was released and you're not up to date. Um, so it's really handy.
Is that this what I'm doing right now? Vulnerabilities? Is that what you're referencing?
Yeah, I'll put a screenshot of what my screen looks like in Grafana.
Nice. Nice. Awesome. That sounds awesome. Cool. Any other comments? I want to hear comments. I'm learning more here than anything.
Which platforms was the support? Do you know off the top of your head? Is it just Windows, Linux, and Mac, or is there any other systems that it supports?
Yeah, let's go into agents and then we'll say deploy and then these ones.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But
So did you? Sorry.
I was gonna say can you forward it syslog data too from or does it require the agent to be installed?
The agent should be installed. That's the way that I know of it. But I don't know if you can also have syslog.
Yeah, for my syslog, I'm using Graylog to ingest all that.
Yeah, plus one to Graylog. Graylog's pretty cool. Big fan of that.
The only problem I had, so I have Graylog running side by side with Waza and the manager and the dashboard and everything. So Graylog, um, like would use something like manager underscore name instead of manager dot name. and Wazuh doesn't like that, so that it messes up all of Wazuh's dashboards.
Huh.
So that's why I ended up having to recreate basically everything in Wazuh with Grafana, and it gives you prettier dashboards too.
I got a general question. What would be like, this is open source, so like what would be the kind of the closest popular closed source enterprise whatever that a company would go out and get that they could have just used Wazuh for? Like Nexpos or something? I mean, what niche does this fill?
Oh, right. Yeah, basically an elk stack, right? Kind of the elastic thing that I was just showing off. I would say is the closest one to that. Especially like 4 years ago, like like this regular old elastic cloud thing. Because 4 years ago they weren't this cool. They didn't have these security things. They didn't have a lot of this stuff like 4 or 5 years ago. They've really they were kind of, to me, but back then they were like Splunk, where you had to just kind of do your own queries and figure it out yourself. And a lot of the platforms have really come a long way in these last like 4 years. More security, but yeah, I would have to say Elastic, the closest. But again, I was showing off how like they're doing other things where Waza is not. Where you have to make the rule. It's like I just want it to be default, please. Just be default.
So if you look at meetup text, you'll see just the vulnerabilities dashboard.
Oh, two here. What am I looking at? CVEs. Yeah.
Yep. So like those ones just dropped. Well, this morning at 7:13, I guess.
Oh, it's got an update, or not an update.
I like at the very top, it shows npm.null400.com. That's interesting.
Yeah, so that's my Nginx proxy manager.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Are you using that? Is that kind of similar to? Are you using that to proxy your data on the network? So it's similar to what you'd use Squid for.
So like I self-host a bunch of services, and that's what I use instead of like HA proxy and pfSense or yeah, Squid maybe.
Okay.
Makes all my self-hosted services run through HTTPS.
Like
Just throwing this out there, Squid is a plugin for OpenSense.
Like, are you talking about like using it as a reverse proxy for self-hosted services?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I use pfSense for right now with a wildcard cert, and I can just throw whatever I want in my DMZ and use self-hosted or self-signed certificates, and it all ends up.
Yeah. So I use
does the
Cloudflare to get my certs, and then I use Cloudflare tunnels for anything that I want to access from outside my network.
Like you're using Cloudflare for your certs, like it's doing Let's Encrypt or something for you.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like this, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly what I use is the Cloudflare tunnel, because then you don't have to open any ports or do any port forwarding on your firewall to get to any of that stuff.
Oh, I want to learn about that. I've been hearing about Cloudflare tunnels. Yeah, I'm super curious what those